last preseason or the preseasons you've had? How much have you focused on that compared to other years?
I wouldn't say we really focused on it more. It's just definitely been something that they said we got to key in on more, I guess. I wouldn't say we worked on it more in practice or anything, but we definitely changed a couple of schemes. So it's been taking a lot more attention to detail for us in practice each and every day. We got to stay locked in, just keep taking it one day at a time and continuing to improve and staying locked in on that side of the ball. And offense is going to take care of itself.
Justice, Coach Holtman told us that he wanted you to have a bigger role in the offense this year with Dwayne being out, and he even said that you could be a primary playmaker for the team, at the end of the game. How comfortable are you doing that, and what does a bigger role in the offense look like for you?
I feel pretty comfortable in that position, especially last year, thrown into that PG spot in the middle of the year. It's given me some time to really adjust and to pretty much get really used to that role, get to know my teammates a little bit more better. Just trying to figure out things that they like, and then just having a bigger role this year is something I've been really working on. So I'm excited to try to put it to work.
And maybe for both of you guys, what was your reactions to being named captains this year? And were you expecting that? And what was your instant reaction when you heard that you had been named one?
I wouldn't really say I was expecting it, but it was definitely an honor. To be a captain for Team 123 is something that someone's always going to, people are always going to remember. It's humbling, it's an honor. It's definitely a big role you got to take on from a leadership perspective, and I think we're ready to take that. And as we have, as far as this preseason, going into the season so far this next week.
Yeah, just kind of piggyback off that. Yeah, it's an honor, and really we're also captains carrying on the tradition from the previous teams. This is just obviously we're on Team 123, but we're carrying a tradition for Ohio State basketball that's been lasting for years. So it's a big thing.
In football, they often say towards the end of preseason, guys are tired of tackling each other. Do you guys have, I don't know what the basketball terminology is for that, but are you guys kind of sick of practicing against each other, ready to see another opponent and kind of get into the rhythm of a season?
Not really, no. It just, it does seem kind of long. Something coach says, these are the dog days of the preseason. We don't really have a game in the near future yet. We got an exhibition, but, our first game's still, a week and a half, 2 weeks away. So the biggest thing for us is just staying locked in each and every day. Obviously, it does get a little annoying going against some of these guys every single day, 7 days a week. But it's been good. We've been having a really good time competing, and ultimately making each other better this preseason.
And is there something to when you do play another opponent? When you guys play each other, you know what sets you're running. You've practiced enough against each other. When you play an opponent that doesn't know that, even if it's an opponent you're supposed to beat, you're testing it out, seeing how it works in real game action. How much of a difference does that make even in an exhibition game?
It's a test upon us. In practice, obviously, we're running against each other every day, and getting the chance to really go against another team's different bodies. It shows how effective our stuff will really be, and how much of an execution we can make. So. The exhibition will be a good tell for just kind of how we're gelling right now, but it's an exhibition game, so yeah, when they had a time, like Tan said.
Have you guys seen a difference? Being named captain, have you seen a difference in what you're expected to do, what you're expected to say? How has that affected just, the way you carry yourself through this preseason?
I would say the biggest thing is, just taking on that leadership role. We got obviously a lot of new faces this year, just, kind of getting everybody to mold together. Staying locked in on the daily, it can be kind of tiring. Like you guys said, going against each other each and every day. But, the biggest thing is just taking it one day at a time, staying locked in, and, just competing your butt off, going against these guys each and every day. But, from taking bigger roles in the team, I wouldn't really say that. That's going to be earned. Through practice and through scrimmages and exhibition games and games early in the season, you got to earn that. That's not just something you're going to get just from being named the captain, I don't think, really. So, yeah.
Do you guys feel with it being an older group, is it different to be a leader for an older group as opposed to being, say, two seniors with a bunch of freshmen? Is the expectation different? Is the style of leadership different in that case?
I wouldn't really say no. It's not really different.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know how to expand on that. Obviously, it would be different if there were younger guys because they got a lot more to learn. You know, we got a lot of guys who've been through the trials and tribulations of a Big Ten season, which was really helpful. We got a lot of veterans. So I guess it does change a little bit in the aspect of that, but from a leadership role, not really. The main thing stays the main thing. Just keeping everybody locked in, hoping everybody can mold together and click at the right time.
Justice, when you came to Ohio State, it was kind of a quick recruiting process. I know you had a lot of coaches coming after you. What was it about Chris Holtmann, Ryan Beaton that you felt the connection quickly enough that you realized this was the right fit?
When I first committed, first when I started to get to know the staff and everything, it kind of reminded me of it was really a family oriented. I kind of got that vibe from him. But from the beginning, I've been saying Coach Holt's been my guy. They did a really good job of really making me feel comfortable, and coming across country from California is a big step. But I thought it was the right decision, and so far I have no regrets about it at all.
And when we talked on media day, you said the injury you're dealing with last year you needed rest and you needed time for that to heal. How long did that take? How do you feel physically, coming through a full preseason? Like how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Yeah. It's just that injury, it took a little bit longer to heal than we expected, but I give props to my medical staff, my AT. They've been there, really, trying to get me better as quickly as possible, really helping me strengthen my body to the best of his ability, so I can be ready for this upcoming season. So.
For both of you guys, what kind of leaders are you guys? You guys yellers? You guys want to lead by example? What's your leadership style?
I think the biggest thing, it's one thing to say something, but it's another thing to do something. So I think, the best leader is lead by example. What that looks like is just coming to practice every single day, obviously being vocal with the guys, but just going out on the court and doing it. You can't give half effort in practice. We aren't going to see any results. Coming in and compete every single day, every single drill, just giving everything you got, no matter how tired you are, and pulling all the other guys along with you. So I would say leading by example for sure.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. I would say this year I've taken a bigger role in just communicating a lot more, being that voice that my teammates need to hear whenever we need it, really. And being a captain, and that's something that kind of comes with that responsibility. But yeah, leading by example is the best way, I feel like, because once you see someone do it, then you kind of feel like if he's doing it, I have to do the same thing. And if we got everybody on the same page, it's gonna be the good things.
Who's the talker of the captains?
Let's say me. I'm always chirping during practice. Even if I'm tired, slouched over, out of breath, I'm always trying to just make noise, whatever it is. Yeah, good job, upside, whatever it is.
No, he's not lying.
I'm always just trying to be vocal. So I would say me personally.
Guys, I'm wondering, a lot of new faces on this team, just getting acclimated with them. You've had a bunch of practices under your belt now. I mean, you've got some transfers coming in, some freshmen. How's everybody, all the new guys, gelled with the team?
Yeah, so far it's been good. I think, like you guys said, that's something that's going to be a telltale of, the exhibition game and obviously the scrimmage that we just had. But I like what I'm seeing so far. We got a great group of guys that, click together. We get along, off the court really well, which I think is a really big thing. Like, you got guys in the locker room that aren't getting along, and it's not going to translate onto the court. So, we get along really well off the court. And ultimately, I think it'll translate on the court. Our chemistry is still, a work in progress, obviously, with just a lot of guys coming from different programs and stuff. But it's something that we've definitely taken a major step in, and we're looking to continue to keep improving.
Could either of you tell us about this hit new video? It's Buckeye basketball is like the spot now for producing videos. And do you guys, how much time do you spend on it? Do you guys get influence, or does all the video team, they come up with the ideas? How's that go?
Yeah, the video team does a really good job with ideas and things like that. But as far as the time, it doesn't take too much time. I actually sit in our group chat once they released that video yesterday. That pretty much everyone is natural. I think everyone took maybe a couple tries, 1 or 2 tries max. A lot of our guys are really comfortable with each other and really comfortable being in front of a camera. So I guess that's a good thing. But yeah, the media team does a great job with it. something.
Our creative team's really good. You know, they came up with the whole idea of that. That wasn't any of us. They were, you know, they laid the blueprint for that. So give major props to them for that. That was hilarious.
Do you remember what the first one of that genre was? Was it you with the laundry?
Yeah,
Was that
me and
one of the first
Dwayne doing
ones?
some laundry, man. You accidentally bleached the jerseys. That was funny, yeah. With the alternate white jerseys we had that we broke out against Indiana at home last year. Yeah, we did some laundry, put too much detergent in, and bleached them.
How much different does this year feel than last year, you know, kind of given the more relaxed? I mean, I know we're still dealing with COVID, but we're in this room, we're not on Zoom. I imagine you guys are a bit more relaxed about things. Just how different is it from a player perspective than it was starting the season last year?
I just think it's starting like, there is still COVID regulations and things like that, but just being able to see faces and you know, everyone kind of being able to interact with each other has brought a level of, you know, people getting more comfortable just being around. And you know, I've yet to play in front of like a full arena, so I mean that's something I've really been looking forward to, and I know the guys are just as excited as I am. So.
Sure. Justice, when
Two
you were
more
at Cal,
here. Two more.
when you were at Cal, what sort of exhibitions did you play out there? Do you remember like playing your first exhibition, or maybe some of the feelings that come with that?
Yeah, I don't remember the teams we played exactly, but the exhibitions we played, yeah, it kind of. I was underclassman then, so you know you always have those nerves. So I'm like, dang, like I just want to get out there and play. So I can imagine that's what a lot of the guys are feeling right now, especially with this weekend leading up to the game. So I mean, just really trying to like dial in these next couple of days is something that I and my brothers, you know, leading up to that first game where we're going to be seeing really just working together. So yeah, that's what it is.
Is there a guy or two that over the course of these practices, scrimmages, like against each other in these scrimmages, that you're like, yeah, I'm really excited to see what this guy can do for us come exhibition, come the start of the season, whether it's a young guy, a new guy, is there a guy you're like, yeah, this guy's gonna shine when the lights are on?
For me, I'd say Jamari. I think Jamari has brought a level of intensity to our team on the defensive end that really has raised the bar for everybody. And you know, we all feed off his energy a lot, and I've had a really good time. You know, everyone has had a great time just really being on the court with him and getting to know him off the court as well. You know, he's a great guy. So I mean, I'd say Jamari for sure.
Yeah, I'll say Jamari just because, you know, he's, you know, the type of player we're looking for. You know, he's going to change the tempo of the game, pick up 94 feet. You know, he really guards, obviously, was a Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. You know, I'm excited to see Malachi too, you know, true freshman. Obviously, he's got a lot of learning to do, but, you know, he's got a lot of raw talent. He's talented, you know, he's gifted on the offensive end of the floor. So, yeah,